Before we start this review, I would like to say thank you so much to my homeboy Ambroski Alvaro, aka No Mention. If you're into anime, gaming, or just AMVs in general, go to his channel, subscribe, or like, why don't you? He's pretty good with it, and he's really good with editing. I made this video, like this tiny little video, only because he's actually done a lot to make this video worthwhile. As in, there's so much editing going on, especially in the intro and the outro, which they're both new. And I also did a stop motion for this review, just a small one as well. He edited that and it looks amazing. So, he'll be my new editor. Hopefully, I mean, he doesn't have to. But if you're watching this, Alvaro, thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And as for all of you, enjoy. Peace.
And I said that I would never back down. And I said that I would never back down. And I said that I would never back down. I swore that I would never fucking back down.
Persona! Magatsu Izanagi!
Hello everybody, my name is Jaden Diaz, and yes, it's been a while since I've done a figure review. Here it is, Magatsu Izanagi. Now, boys, scream! There you go. Yes, today's my birthday. I'm happy as hell. My boys left and stuff. There's still two here. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be reviewing Magatsu Izanagi from Persona 4 the animation. And if you've never played Persona before, this is not going to be your video in a way. But if you have, then of course you know which Persona this is, you know whose Persona this is, and you know about the game. I'm not going to explain it into detail, but here we go. Here we have the box of Magatsu Izanagi, and some of the D-Arts figures actually have a window. This one actually doesn't, which is still surprising to me. We have D-Arts, we have the official Index Corp logo, the name in Japanese, Tamashii Nation's Bandai, stuff in Japanese as well. On the side, D-Arts, everything else, the name. On the back is just some posability and some nice poses you could get in it, plus some of the stuff it's going to be coming with right here. Pretty cool. And on the side is just another shot. It says Persona 4 the animation. So, I'm going to bust this open, and I'll see you in a couple of seconds. Alrighty, taking a closer look at Magatsu Izanagi right here, and I gotta say, the paint sculpting on it is actually pretty good. Now, I did get this used from Michigan for $127, and yes, it's pretty expensive because it's actually hard to find. And, I mean, what do you expect? Some of the Persona figures are pretty expensive. But apart from that, this is what you get. I gotta say, for the details-wise, like, for example, the little, like, red lightning on him, and the actual belt buckles of his jacket, and just on his torso, everything looks nice. The head with the eyes looks a little bit weird, of course, but, I mean, you're painting small on something small, so. And apart from that, we have the buckles on his, like, collar part. Look pretty good. His arm printing, pretty decent. But, of course, I got this used. Even if it was new or used, it'd be the same. We have the hands, with the color. This is how Magatsu Izanagi looks in the game, so, of course, they got the sculpt right. They got everything right. Here we have the below part where you see like the some of the colors or like some of the sculpt paint. Overall, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not the perfect figure. It's not going to be like, you know, there's some couple errors like in a little bit of the eye, of course, right here. But what do you expect for trying to paint something a bit small? It's pretty good. But apart from that, here we have the figure, and yes, it doesn't stand on its own. It has because of these feet, which I gotta say they're also pretty detailed as well. I will show it to you with the stand, with its, you know, the stuff it comes with. And I'll be seeing you there. Hold up. For the accessories, we actually have a bit of it, because it also splits into two, as shown. So, our first batch of accessories is the blade that he has, which I will show. And yes, I'm not going to be showing the full box. I'm going to be showing it to you individually, but it won't take too long. Here we have the blade, if I can focus. I gotta say, pretty good detail work. Hold up a second. Let me just, there you go. Pretty detailed. Here we have like the bandages on the blade. This is different from Izanagi's. And yes, Izanagi and Magatsu Izanagi are painted the same. Well, not painted the same. They're sculpted the same. Everything's the same. It's just different paint. Apart from that, you have his weapon. You do have a couple of hands. Here we have one for the left, which if I could like make it focused. Yeah, there you go. Here we have like this the paint on the hand. Looks pretty good. I think this is for holding one of the blades on the one side. Here we have with the other side. No, wait, never mind. I scratched that. These are the things that hold the blade. One on the left and one on the right. And I gotta say, they are painted pretty good, as shown right here. Now we move on to the other batch of accessories that are, you know, pretty cool, in my opinion. You have this flaming piece, which actually feels really sticky. It's actually like a specific plastic used. But I gotta say, I thought it was resin, but I don't think it is. I'm not really sure, but I know it's a type of plastic. And it works well. I used it in the stop motion. And by the way, if you like the stop motion, let me know. It's all thanks to a certain friend of mine who actually helped me with it. So with that, here we have the stand. Because, of course, Magatsu Izanagi cannot stand because of the feet. But a fact is that this is actually in the back of the Arcana, which, of course, if you haven't played the game, you wouldn't understand. But I gotta say, it's a pretty neat base, especially if you want to put the figure in. It even comes with the actual thing to put on, the stand. So, of course, you just put it in like that. Boom. And then pose him however you want. Next up, we have the last patch of accessories. Or just the last accessory in general. It's a flame piece for the weapon over here. Which, if I take it out, it's not hard to put on. You just have to make sure you line it up right. Because it doesn't go on the blade, if I remember correct. I think it goes like on the back. So this part, it would like line up. And it looks like I'm like forcing it in. It's kind of annoying to put in. As you see, I'm struggling, but I'm not going to put it on. But this is how it would look with it. I know, it's not that I'm lazy or anything. It's more on the fact that it's annoying. Oh, never mind. There you go. So this is how it looks with it. So, of course, you can be doing the slash, which looks great on the blade in general. For normal Izanagi's, his is actually blue. So, of course, that makes sense because Magatsu is the darker version, and it's red, while the other one is literally just blue. But apart from that, that's all the accessories. I gotta say, not a bunch, but understandably, this is not a character. This is a persona used by, of course, my boy Adachi, if you know who he is. And, of course, people who have the wild card. But apart from that, that's all the accessories. Now, let's get into the articulation. So now, moving on to the articulation. He has the same as Izanagi, but let's just go over it. The head is on a ball joint, which mine's is actually pretty loose. Even if I go like this, like softly, it's really loose. Which is kind of a downfall for the figure, especially because this part's holding it down. It's like, but it's pretty decent. It has some pretty good articulation. You can look it up that much, like down that much. See, the right swivels. This is also on a joint, so as you can see, you can put it up, put it down, much like everything. The body, here's the upper torso or upper part, goes up that much, goes down that much. Push it a little bit more down, left and right. This part is a little bit stuck, so you can't really do a lot with that. For the arms, this is how far it goes, which kind of disappointing unless you like move it up like that. I guess you can get some pretty good stuff with that, but this part is what's blocking it, so I wouldn't advise it. Jointed elbow, pretty good for what it comes with, and a standard ball joint. And the best part is that D-Arts is similar to SH Figuarts, so if you're a fan of SH Figuarts, you would actually love this line in a way, because it has the same articulation in a way. Now for the legs, this part is not a rubber, it's more of like a hard rubber, so you really can't get him into that much poses with it, which you can. As you can see, the leg goes up that much. If you try to put it up more, this would block it. This would be like, it's not, this, sorry, I can't speak right now. Here is the knee joint, which actually is pretty decent, but due to this part right here, it really can't go that far. Now, for his toe, or should I say his foot, I thought it was broken, but then I was like, I forgot. Izanagi's the same. So this is actually on a joint, ball joint. It works perfectly. So same with the other leg. Goes up this much. Goes back this much. And overall, decent articulation. It's pretty good. I know you probably get into it with like the sculpt and everything, how it looks. Articulation wise, if I were to give it as in like a letter scale, I'd probably give it like a B. Because, I mean, the joint for the torso, it's like, I wish it can go back more for his, I guess his head a little bit more. But the collar piece is blocking it, so I give it some credit. But, moving on from that, I'm not going to put the figure on the stand. I'm going to try to see if I could just do it like this for now. I'm going to show it off between some of the SH figures I have. Here we have the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta from the Broly movie. As you can see, he is taller, of course. He's a Persona, so that's that. And now let's get one of the larger figures from the same line. Here we have Super Boo, which is also, of course, taller than him. But he scales decently, or he scales a bit good with the SH Figuarts line. And overall, my opinion on it is clean. I mean, I love the Persona series, thanks to like a lot of friends of mine, aka Brendan, Adrian, which, yes, of course, you guys watch this more, so you'd understand. So, thanks to those guys, I learned about Persona. And of course, my favorite Personas, who are like the main characters as Personas and the main villains, are the Izanagis. There's Izanagi, Izanagi no Okami, Magatsu Izanagi. And just in general, it's clean, and I found it for a really good price on eBay, so I'm definitely happy I got it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the little things that my friend has done for me, which I will put a little thing right up there. If you want to go sub to his channel, if you want to go watch what he does, I kind of introduced that in the introduction. Hope you guys enjoyed this little Magatsu Izanagi review, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
So don't just let me get it.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gon' get it,
Yeah, I'm the one to get it, bruh. I swear to God I'll get it, bruh. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Yeah, I never give up. I got this, man, I got it. I will not quit, I'm on it. Never off it. Got the block lit.